gonna break this chair. I'm sorry.
Hey
What's wrong? Are you afraid of my McNugget? this chair is.
Right.
Oh hey there, Z brothers.
What's poppin'?
We back.
Z brothers.
Back to your regular scheduled content that takes 5-month hiatuses. It's like we're mangakas, only we don't make any content, we just steal it.
Hey guys, yeah. So we're back. We have one from Prez over here, and then we have some from just some of the last requests
from years ago.
Yeah,
we're sorry.
Not really. I was.
No? Okay.
I'm just kidding. But I was finishing college, and now I'm done. And now we're finally able.
We can waste all of our time on this.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the one we're coming back with is called Surara Ona, and look at that kanji. Can you read that?
Nope.
Okay. I kind of like it. I like the design. It looks pretty cool.
It's very icy. We should have saved this one for December. Yeah, multiple overlapping drum fills.
Yeah, insert
like whiplash.
Insert the whiplash drums here. Okay, so do you want to do this? Do you want me to do this?
You do this one. I'll do the next one.
Sick. Okay, we're just gonna adjust the mic a little bit. Ow. Okay. All right. We back. Okay. Ice spirits that inhabit snowy mountains.
You forgot to read the family type and the habit. You forgot the monster information. It's been so long.
Family type, spirit / elemental, habitat, Zipanga region, snowy mountains.
We're back in the Zipanga region.
Disposition, devoted, lustful, ferocious. Nice.
Which one of these is in every single one? Is it lustful? I think it's
pretty
lustful.
Much all of them, because they all just want you not, diet omnivorous, the essence of human men. That's pretty much universal too. Yeah. Considering what this website is, Ice spirit that inhabits the snowy mountains in the Zipanga region. I can't wait till you read and you stutter like a million.
Jeez, I'm sweating already.
Who are gorgeous women with bluish white skin that make it a beautiful but cold and sharp impression. I hope Kenko just gets a whole bunch of ice puns out here like Mr. Freeze. They share the same origins as the Yuki Onna race, who do look quite similar to them, but compared to the gentle-natured Yuki Onna, they are far more succubus-like and have a ferocious disposition. The monstrous nature of this race is readily apparent. The ice... I thought I said ice mama.
Me too. Oh boy.
We back. The ice mana contained within them even freezes their own heart. They're always tormented by feelings of loneliness and desolation.
This monsters.
This is the girl on Instagram that's like, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. About me, I might be a little crazy.
Oh, jeez.
Because that's what I want to hear about. Ergo, they long terribly for the heat that dwells within human men. When a man soon to be prey visits the snowy mountains, they'll try to aggressively launch an attack and violate him, seeking pleasure and debauchery enough to melt their very heart and body. Just as
they're hiding in the bushes, the snowy bushes.
Yeah.
In the trees, waiting, watching, weaving, wanting. This is the joke from Jimmy Neutron that I'm stealing. Yeah. Just keep going. Someone will find that funny.
Sodium chloride.
Okay.
Just as the name Surana, Icicle Woman implies, they can convert the ice man and dealing with them into icicles that they control. Any prey that resists will have icicles rain down upon him.
Oh, jeez.
That sounds really painful. That's a lot more than just the usual,
Usually it's just like a quick tackle, or maybe a slime covering. I don't want to get ice up in there.
Kick some ice. A man whose body has been pierced by these icicles will not sustain any external wounds, but ice mana will steadily spread throughout his body from the places where he was pierced. That sounds really bad.
That still sounds like it would. It doesn't. It says no external wounds, but it doesn't say it won't hurt.
It says, including feelings of loneliness and desolation so severe that it is hard to resist, having his heart frozen. As his heart freezes over time, the man will grow so cold that he will be rendered incapable of thinking about anything. Before long, he'll be rendered immobile while curled up and shivering.
Oh, geez.
That sounds horrible.
These sound actively hostile.
That's awful. That's like really manipulative. Like, I'm gonna attack you with ice, and you're gonna be so lonely and like upset that you're gonna need me to steal your warmth. I don't like this one. The only thing that can thaw the heart once it's been frozen like this is the warmth that monsters direct towards men. Until being embraced and violated by them, there will be no warmth in the man's heart. If attacked by a monster in that condition, he'll end up surrendering himself, unable to resist the heat. Unpleasantness of the warmth of the monster, intent on melting his heart and body. Licking her chops over the frozen treat.
When people say chops and they mean mouths, I always imagine like a Saint Bernard. Yeah, like the big old hanging lips, like droopy.
This Rara Ona will then bring him back to her dwelling, and when her body indulges in the man's essence and warmth, along with that, the woman will pour insanely lewd heat into the man, and the sex they enjoy will practically make them melt into each other. Yeah, but like manipulating his emotions to like be like, hey,
I think being
come
shot
back
by
here.
needles.
Yeah, to getting shot with the needler.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I heard the noise in my head.
Yeah. But we're not done with this yet. Maybe there's a turnaround. They want to be in a state where their frozen body is constantly melted by their husband. Ergo, they're extremely greedy for their husband's warmth. Whether day or night, they'll lie with him, continuously joining their husband as long as possible. Of course, they'll try to spend their life copulating in delirium, showering in his essence. And you can bet whenever there's an opening, they'll snuggle up to him and wrap their arms and legs around him, so as to fully enjoy the warmth of human skin. Also, in contrast with their violent disposition, they devotedly serve their husband in a manner befitting of a monster of Zipangu. These Zipangu girls.
Yeah, they're crazy.
A little too clingy.
A little too clingy. Ironic, since one of them is the electricity dragon.
Yeah.
So it's like
static cling.
I
get it.
more whiplash drums.
And can even be meddlesome. You don't say.
I like how even the guy who's writing this is like
that might be a little,
they're a little clingy.
But
he has like 5 women like pulling on him as he's writing in his little scroll.
But they say that the pouring love into their husband in this non-physical manner is also one of the things that makes them feel comfortable and produces heart-melting warmth. It may appear to be ladylike behavior at a glance, but compared to the Yuki Onna, who has the skill to cajole.
Cajole?
To cajole.
To cajole, a man.
Into desiring her himself and taking her as his wife, Sura Otto will push herself onto a man and violate him, whether he says yes or no, pleasuring his body, and she will exhaustively serve him, whether he wants her or not, delighting his heart. That's how they roll. That's how they roll.
This is a pun. This is a pun for something.
Even the way they devote.
Can you imagine being attacked one of these and she's just like, that's
how it rolls.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
It can be nutty or it can be ice. Even when they devotedly serve their husband according to their own desire, is like a ferocious monster who loves her husband. And that's that one.
That's the whole one. No turnaround.
I really like the design. I think the design
is A+.
Is really interesting, especially this big old Drakengard.
Yeah. Hey, look at that.
Boy, yeah. It fits all the ice motifs of every single ice villainess in comic books, as well as she's anime blue. Stuff. Yeah, and she's blue. And but the whole, I understand. Like, I mean, this is of course after a long hiatus, but the relationship towards the woman that is formed in these stories, things. It's always really.
Except for a couple of times.
Except for the lizard. Nice.
Except for the lizard ones, where they want to fight you. For why? Everyone in the audience, for strong daughters.
Yeah. There we go. But these always have the woman like forcing herself upon the man, and I understand the idea is like, so it's like a fantasy. So
the Japanese man reading this who cannot talk to women.
Yeah, you don't accost the woman.
Gets the girlfriend to attack him. These herbivore men, as they're called.
But post that, the whole thing about being like a devoted wife, but it's always this really like
it's like a veneer. It's like you can almost tell
like fake. In Coraline, how there's like the other mother. It's like the other wife.
This is your other. Yeah.
Of like, I'll make a happy life for you, but like if you
You're
like,
still gonna be in this cave.
especially this one where it's like it's dependency because you've been attacked and like with ice poison, like it does not seem pleasant. And I understand it's supposed to be like ooh, a boner, but it's. It doesn't seem pleasant at all. It seems horrible. But I like the design, and I remember we used to measure these out of 10, and I don't really got any type of like number to give this one. I just think that the design is really good. I think the as far as like an evil woman, I think it's pretty
like
manipulative.
the evil ones.
You're right, yeah. But my demon wife that cooks very good food, that's different than this icy
She doesn't
snow
shoot
queen
you with poison.
Yeah,
As far as you know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, just when I want her to.
I give it a 4 out of 10,
Mm-hmm.
personality wise, and an 8 design wise.
Yeah, the design's great.
It makes me want to play Drakengard 3.
I also think it's funny she just has these little snow sandals on top of all this stuff.
Yeah.
Ice spikes going everywhere. But yeah, the design's pretty good, but I don't, the character.
I don't want to be shot with needles.
Yeah.
Even if they don't do external damage, I just don't like it.
Yeah, this one's just a big old piece of seaweed.
This one's just seaweed.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Big
I like
old
it.
piece of seaweed. This was another request to this flow kelp. Hey, Press.
Hey, it's my turn. Are you all ready for what you came here for?
Why don't you try to read?
Watch this man try to read.
Yeah,
all right.
I'll go over here with the reading comprehension of Floyd Mayweather.
What you mean, Flo Mayweather?
Flo Mayweather.
Alexa, play Colors by Flo Kelp.
Oh.
Okay. Monster information. Family/type. It's a mandragora and a plant. Habitat: oceans. You stupid. Where else would it live? The desert? Disposition: calm and gloomy. She does have the...
She looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd be gloomy too if I was a plant.
She looks like an emo mermaid.
Diet: photosynthesis via sunlight and human men's spirit energy.
Yeah, she's be like, mostly... She's like those people that are like, I'm mostly vegetarian, but every once in a while, I just like to get some meat.
Oh, hey. I don't like being accosted by this plant. I'm just at the beach.
You imagine, like you walk, you know how you walk in from the ocean when you go to the beach and you got a bunch of seaweed around your ankles?
Well, you don't, because you don't know how to swim.
Shut up. And you got a bunch of seaweed.
All the ocean ones are locked off from you. They're walled content because you just can't enter the ocean.
Yeah, that's fine. Like the idea of being like snatched underwater, even if I'm being like fed air, like it's not fine. But I was saying like walking in from the ocean with seaweed around your ankles, but it's just these like grasping at your ankles. Like, no, come back, please.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to say how big it is. Let's read and find out. Plant-type monsters which have kelp-like leaves growing all over their body. They give off a dark, gloomy aura, and they have quiet dispositions, just as one would expect from their outward appearance. She's got the Japanese goth girl wavy hair, like a Hex Maniac from Pokemon. They usually stay fixed to the ocean floor while waving their body's kelp. Sometimes they move and float throughout the ocean while adrift in ocean currents. They can often be seen washed ashore on beaches after drifting on waves, or being pulled up to the surface after getting caught in fishermen's nets. Oh, I'd feel so bad. You're going out with your bros, opening a couple brewskis, hoping one of them doesn't turn into a monster at any second and jump on your boat, and then you pull up your net, your crab bucket, and it's just filled with plant women.
Now, okay, I'll just go ahead and say it. So, I know kelp isn't the same as seaweed. Is it similar?
I don't know. I'm not a botanist.
Could I use some, like, could I just...
I don't know if you'd want to eat kelp, or like
say.
Like seaweed. Isn't even the seaweed they wrap stuff in, like, chopped up or something?
Well, because, like, I'm thinking, like, sushi. Like how they have it like that.
Yeah, I don't think they use kelp in that.
Okay, so kelp isn't the same as seaweed.
I could be wrong. Put up on the screen if I'm wrong, right here, right now, at this timestamp.
It's just the big
Put it up, Jimmy.
Perez is wrong.
Yes, Jimmy, do it. Since they don't usually move very much, one might assume that they would be docile monsters, but as soon as they get near a human mane... yeah, like Gucci Mane.
Boy.
They suddenly attack by throwing themselves on top and wrapping all their body's kelp around the man's body. I mean, around the mane's body. Their kelp has a unique stickiness, and once they wrap it around a man,
Like
it won't
okra.
easily come undone. What?
Like okra.
Yeah, like okra.
Like a slime, like a
unique
nopalitos.
stickiness. Yeah. It won't easily come undone. So they have sticky sex while gluing each other's body together.
That's gross.
That's pretty gross. And
That's
I like the
nasty.
mucus toad. Remember the
Yeah,
mucus
you
toad?
do. Yeah, Mister, I don't like this. And then like a few days later,
I like this.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Bodily
You go down the hole.
The bodily fluids secreted from inside their mouth and vagina have the same kind of viscosity once they swallow up a penis.
Ew.
Once they gobble it up, once they slop in a knob, they coil tightly around it and refuse to let go.
Can't imagine someone having like thick saliva. That sounds disgusting.
Like they open their mouth and it's just full of Elmer's glue.
Oh, gross.
Oh my god.
That's nasty.
Only it's like clear. Every time they move their hips, it produces relentless pleasure along the well-muffled sounds. Along with well-muffled sounds.
This is wet.
What?
There's
wet.
not even a second.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
just wet.
And they seize every last drop of semen released deep inside them. After acquiring a husband in this manner. No?
That's not how it works.
Man, being a priest must be so difficult. You just got people coming in, women all over them, like, I guess this is my wife, make us married.
Oh, God.
They become very physically and mentally dependent on them. Here we go.
That's how it usually goes.
Second paragraph. We almost made it. Even in daily life, they have their kelp wrapped around them constantly. Yeah, your wife is just on you, bro. And they try to keep each other's bodies as close together as possible. Some among them prefer to cling by being wrapped in their husband's arm. And others prefer to be carried on their husband's back. Most married couples live with each other's bodies glued together in such a manner that it's almost as if the kelp flow is rooted to her husband. So you're going to the Corpus Christi, right? Or whatever beach city we're nearby. And you just walk, Beach City. Keep Beach City weird. And Ronaldo's just got the big kelp wife. You see a man walk into a convenience store and he's got his kelp wife just wrapped around him like a scarf. What do? You accost this man and ask him if he's being held hostage against his will.
I don't know. I assumed it was more like a piggyback thing.
Yeah, or that. There's multiple ways you can carry your kelp wife.
I don't know how you would have it around your neck.
Like a scarf. Like a scarf.
She's got like a body. She's not just like a big old piece of like a wet lettuce.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. Nobody knows. Who knows what I saw?
The glue part sounds really awful. And it
ain't even over yet.
Like it's one thing being clingy. It's another thing actually
literally being
to
stuck.
Body. I don't know. It's almost like Kenko was like he hasn't left the house in so many 20 days, and just like at this point I'd even take being attached to like glue
physically.
Because then I could always have somebody to talk to. I wouldn't have any privacy, but it'd be nice.
They don't assert themselves very much, but they are extremely hungry for affection.
I mean, they're like not even like they're glued to you. What are they gonna? You're gonna run out of things to talk about. You have somebody glued to you. They're seeing everything you're doing.
Wow! Just see me kill that epic victory royale in Apex Craft. Yeah, honey.
I'm here.
I saw. They are extremely hungry for affection, and the dark eyes they gaze at their husband with are always wet with passion.
And
like a chihuahua. Yeah, chihuahua. Like a chihuahua, like how their eyes are always wet.
Does she also make like weird grunting noises?
I wouldn't be surprised. If ignored, they will frequently glue their body to their husband's body and slightly rub against them, begging for D.
What is this? A Twitch chat?
Their bodies have a property that causes them to swell up when they absorb moisture. And not just their kelp, their breasts, buttocks, etc. also swell.
Okay, this ain't so bad.
Changing into a more vulpous body.
Okay.
Yeah, vulpous. That's how you say that. Yeah, it's a vulpix. Since the amount of bodily fluids secreted will also increase, they will try to discharge it by actively kissing their husband, and besides that, their vagina will constantly drip with juices. Oh man, living with one of these sounds like such a hassle.
Just coming out of the shower and like just dripping like aloe vera juice.
Seeking D, since the viscosity of their bodily fluids increases as well, it is extremely difficult to escape from their embrace when they are in this state. If they were to wrap themselves around a man in the middle of the ocean, sex would be unavoidable. On the other hand, when they dry up and lose moisture, not just their kelp, but their whole body shrinks, and they end up in the form of a young little girl. Oh, FBI, open up!
What the fuck did I tell y'all about lolies?
Oh no. Oh.
They don't have to shrink that much.
They don't have to shrink that much. In this state, they will frequently kiss their husband seeking moisture and slurp his saliva.
That's disgusting.
Also, oh no, they're gonna eat his dick again. Seeking to moisten their body with semen.
You could just be like a sea monkey and just like sit in like a bunch of water for a while.
No, it has to be nut. Along with the rest of their body, their vagina will shrink.
You're all going to hell. Goodbye.
Furthermore, they are well known for the fact that a fragrant...
I knew. I told you there had to be some kind of food-related thing.
That a fragrant, exquisite-tasting dashi can be collected from their kelp.
I knew.
You were right.
Some bitch Kenko wanted her bathwater.
You still can't eat it. Of course, their taste that charms the tongues of famous gourmets also charms their husbands. Many become absorbed in slurping all over their body and taste it by directly suckling on the kelp with their mouths.
I knew Kenko wanted some Monster Girl bathwater, and this is how he justifies it.
He should have just drank the snake wine.
I guess he could have. I mean, all these ones are dripping in like sweat and saliva and like various fluids, so I mean, he's gotta work some things out though. He's gotta like, I mean, like, you know, this is obviously like something that could be like a mild interest, like amplified into like a being that literally like secretes fluids.
It's just fluid.
Yeah.
I was gonna say eventually one of these is just gonna be a bowl of jelly, but that's just a slime girl.
Yeah. That's like the logical conclusion to like drippy fluids. This one's kind of gross.
This one's kind of gross.
Yeah.
We're 0 for 5 right now.
That's okay. We'll get one that's like eventually.
Are we gonna read Kenko's notes? I like reading Kenko's notes where he tries to justify why he shouldn't go to jail. This time, it's the kelp monster girl, Flow Kelp. They're monsters that drift alluringly through the sea and give off a melancholic aura. And it seems the girls' personalities are just like that too, wet and sticky. Their bodies undergo certain changes by absorbing moisture or drying up, or something like that. And in here it says there's a pun or something.
Yeah, Shimoneta in one sense means wet, in another sense means something like melancholy, depressing, gloomy. Oh, so this is like based off of a pun, basically.
Wow.
It's a goth.
Yes. Goth kelp.
Goth kelp.
It can't even wear mascara because it's always dripping with goo.
Mm-hmm.
Can it walk? I don't think it can walk.
It doesn't sound like it because it sounds like it like just clings onto you and never stops clinging onto you, which sounds unpleasant. But yeah, that's the thing is that like.
How are you gonna put your shirt on? How are you gonna go to work if your wife is all over your shirt?
That's the thing. Well, if you are a independent mangaka, you can have your wife attached to you for the entire time.
You can have a wife glued to you. Mm-hmm. Call this number, and your wife can be glued to you. We'll do it for you.
I hope Kenko gets interviewed soon, and like we find out he's got like a wife and like 7 kids, and it just happens.
You mean like the Center in Kagura guy?
Yeah, and he's like, "Yo, this is just my occupation. I just enjoy doing this.
I do it for fun.
I do it for fun.
I don't know why we're making fun of this. This actually sounds like a great way to live."
Yeah, he's like got a swole dad bod, and he's got a beard.
He's just Jason Momoa.
Yeah, he's the Giga Chad.
Yeah, he's got the pictures, the black and white pictures of like the super muscly man.
Yeah, he's like, why yes, I do read the Monster Girls. Why do you ask? Maybe that is part of it. Is that like he's doing this as like it's an exercise in writing like some pretty screwy character stuff.
Yeah.
But just doing that, yeah, maybe that's like he's like I like making characters, but not so much all the other stuff. But like people will sign up for just a bunch of like character designs.
Yeah. 400 of them are signing up for us to read them. I really wonder how big it is.
It seems like it's regular size, and then whenever it gets
The
water,
bigger it is,
gets like like Amazon,
It gets
and then
titty.
and then when the water goes away, that's when you cut off the article.
That's when you cut the article and the recording, and the police come.
Yeah,
We need your cut that.
yeah, we're gonna cut that. Prez, you need Jesus.
Nah, he would just hold me back.
Yeah, he doesn't want you to get attacked by icicles and kelp.
I don't want to be attacked by icicles and kelp, man.
Until one day. Also, Dakota, I was thinking about it, and like mucus ain't that bad.
I just like the imagery of a man getting sniped in the mouth.
Yeah, but you imagine the man is you.
No.
All right,
That's impossible.
Okay, so we're coming up on 30 minutes. I think we're gonna end this one. How do you feel coming back and doing this?
I wish we'd gotten better ones, because we should probably rate this.
Yeah.
So what do you rate this? I gave it a 3.
Yeah, I'll go with that too.
3.
Yeah.
Design's pretty okay.
Yeah, like we've done ones that I did genuinely like as like characters.
All the demon ones.
Yeah, well,
All the evil, sinful, run a train on humanity.
the ones literally plotting like the demise of human beings.
Yes.
But no,
But
like
at least they're not gross.
like the lizard one would make a like interesting comic or something like that. Some of them have interesting motivations, I guess, because some of them are just like it jumps on you and then it's your wife forever,
Or it shoots
and
you.
then you do nothing but bang it all day for the rest of your life. And like,
Yeah, I said before
that's-
that I think
yeah.
those are the boring ones.
yeah, and like it's very much a fantasy and not something that
Some of them
no one would ever
have more
really
lore
want.
significance than others.
Yeah, some of them are just like here's a hypothetical, so you can fap.
Or draw a dojin.
Yeah.
Here is dojin bait. Here is lore dojin bait.
So yeah, but
Yeah.
coming back and doing these, I forgot that Kenko's style of writing and his flow and
Maybe it's just
his
translation.
way with words. He's
Yes,
got a
he
way,
has the
with
way with words. It gives me a feeling so complicated.
Yeah, because when I think about this in terms of just Kenko as an author, as someone who like has an interest in monster girls
You
to
look
this
up to
extent,
this man.
no, because if he did more with it as far as like story and stuff, not that I would ever read the actual stories that do exist of these characters. Like if there was like a good, really well written character monster manga with like really good plot and really interesting, well developed characters and things like that, that'd change my mind. But he makes a lot of character designs. He's obviously improved a lot as an artist.
Yeah.
I'm sure Kenko as a Japanese man is just a regular dude in real life.
He's not the Giga Chad, unfortunately.
Probably dresses nice though.
Oh yeah.
Takes showers, smells good. He goes out and takes cute pictures of food out in the countryside.
And then he's like, I wonder if I could make a monster and fuck this food.
he just looks out and he sees like a white deer jumping over a fence. He's like, And his wife's like, are you thinking about a new one? Tell me about it. And he's like, well, what if his wife's behind all this? That'd be great.
Like a Bayonetta type situation.
Where like he comes up with the character designs and she comes up with the backstory and she's like, wouldn't it be cool if like she did this?
Don't you ever just want to go ape shit?
Go crazy. All right, yeah. So
It's good to be back, see,
Yeah.
brothers. Stop giving us bad ones to read. Improve your taste.
I mean, this was I was gonna say years ago. This was months ago. So I mean, there's probably been a lot of new ones since then. But yeah, after
have
this,
a new one coming up.
Yeah, we're recording another episode immediately after this. So in terms of editing, they probably will come like within a couple days of each other. But I don't know if I mentioned before, but we won't have as frequent or as regular of a schedule as we used to. But
we had a frequent schedule.
we did 10 episodes and then 10 minisodes, so we put out a lot of content last year. But the problem was that we weren't consistent with it, and we could have done more. But I think it's fine that we took a break. So content will come out more infrequently. But if y'all just want to stick around and subscribe, you'll get content whenever we feel like making it. And
You'll just have to deal with that.
Who knows? Maybe stuff that I'm working on particularly, I'll let you guys know about it. Hey, what's this? Blender 2.8? What could this mean?
What could this mean? It gives me a big think.
It gives me a big think. I hope y'all got some money.
Please.
The ZebraNet game.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're gonna be the character. You're gonna be the MC. So get used to it.
I'm being held against my will. I'm at 421.
Just got off the phone with my cohort. So before I forget, I wanted to let everybody know, because this is probably the video most people will come back to, because it's the first one I intend to upload. I made a separate channel called the ZebraNet Archive, and that will just be for all the side videos we do. So anything like let's plays or vlogs or any type of maybe whatever random shitpost that I want to do. If I want to put any other content, that'll go on the second channel. So that way the main channel is pretty much just the Monster Real channel. At this point, I've kind of given up having any type of personal material on there. It will strictly be, the ZebraNet brand will be the MGE stuff. So I'm going to take off any personal stuff I had on there. And then whatever stuff relating to what me and Prez do, that'll just be on the second channel, the ZebraNet Archive. And, if you don't have to subscribe to it if you want to, just know that that's where the content will be. And I'll probably put just, if I have some idea off the top of my head in the middle of the night while I'm editing stuff, I'll put it up on there. Yeah. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video. Go to church with your family.